we'll be taking you to Parliament now. Of course, the voting is underway for the approval or otherwise of the ministerial nominees of President Akufo-Addo. We can just take a view of what's happening there. That's a wrap from us here on The Pulse. My name is Blessed Sudan. Don't forget to log on to myjoyonline.com. You definitely have updates there for you.
Ajay Buati knew to have been knocked. Ajay Akwasi Buati knew to have been knocked. Adumaku Mensa Alex, Doctor, Secretary Frank Place. Adumaku Mensa Collins, Efijako Abrin North. Adongo Isaac, Bokatanga Central. Edu Johnson, Kweku, Ahafwano, Southwest. Edu Chum Yao Osei, Doctor, Bosompi. Avenue Martin Alexander Kwamina Efuturu. Afro Eric Amenfi West. Afro Eric Amenfi West. Afrifa Mensa Kwesi Owusu Amasaman. Free Nana, you doctor. If you ask us or every year, good doctor, Sefi Osu. Aganga James, Bruce North. Agbeba Charles, Agotime Ziope. Agoja Kwame Govins Adakru. Ejapon Ken Ohini Asin Central. Ajari Alexandra Kede. Ejapu Emmanuel Kwajo Branza South. Ajimamenu Kwaku Doma Central. Ajimai Rollins Senator Dr. Lotte College. Ajani Mbwati Kweku, Brekum West. Ahenkra Kingsley Carlos, Tema West. Ahenkra Private Yao, German North. Ahenkra Private Yao, German North. Ahi Samson Bodi. I have for Bernard, Akati South. Edu William Oreku, Efijapo Abre South. Akando Kwabnaminta, Juaboso. Akamvariba Lydia Lamisi, Tempani. Achia Samuel Ata, Ebuakwa South. Alazuga Albert Akuka, Garu. Alhassan Abdullah Idi Salada North. Alhassan Bashir A. Husseini Alhaji Sanrigu Alhassan Lydia Seiram Ayawaso West Wogon. Alhassan Shaibu Suhini Tamale North. Aliyu Muhammad Umar Faru Yendi. Alaute Angela Oguriwa Afajato South. Amangwa Nicholas Amenfi East. Amangwa Menu Kofi Ekima Kwanguma. Amau John Peter Hohoy. Amia Chereme Kwesi Sunyani East. Amwa Osaibusu, Piapin South. Amwa Stephen, Dr. Ishiayesu. Amwaku Andrew Esiama Fomina. Amwaku Atakwesi Etiwa West. Ampim Thomas Nyaku, Esojaman. Ampo Futumesi Kwame, Sene West. Amprochum Saponkwaku, Mampong. I'm free Emmanuel J. If you man be just south. Any Moses, trouble, another preference is a one at the dream. Entry Eugene Boachi, Subin. And you may do entry Kwame. Asante Akim Central. Apa Clement Abbas, Doctor, Bulsa South. Apiaje Patricia. So kwa boss. OPK. Where's OPK? Apia Kubi Andy Kwame, Asante Akim North. Ama Prince Hamidu, Doctor, Westminster. Asamoah Vincent upon Doma West. Asante Kwejo, Suhum. Asante Buati Kweku, Asante Achim South. Asensu Boaki Francis, Bantama.
Yes, still live here on JoyNews. It's continuous coverage of proceedings here in Parliament. Currently underway is the election having to do with President Akufo-Addo's ministerial nominees. The debate concluded last night. The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, deferred the vote to today, and so 6 ministerial nominees are currently under consideration. You'll recall that beginning February, President Akufo-Addo informed Parliament that he had made some appointments to become ministers, to replace some ministers who had resigned. Brian Achampon is Minister Designate for Food and Agriculture. K.T. Hammond is the Minister Designate for Trades and Industry. Stephen Asamoah Boateng is the Minister Designate for Chieftaincy. Mohammed Amin Adams is Minister of State Designate at the Finance Ministry. Osei-Bonsu Amoah, popularly known as O.B. Amoah, is Minister of State Designate at the Local Government Ministry. Stephen Amoah is Deputy Minister Designate for Trades and Industry. And so these are some of the changes you would Brian Achampon is replacing Dr. Owusu Akoto-Efriye, who is resigned to focus on the MPP's presidential primaries. K.T. Hammond is similarly replacing Alan John Kojo-Chirmaten, who was also resigned under similar circumstance to run for the presidency. Stephen Asamoah Boateng is replacing Kojo Kum, MP for Hunter West, who we know has not been feeling very well for some time. And then Mohammed Amin Adams is being elevated, as well as O.B. Amoah. Let's head you back to the floor.
Please. Avedi James Kluche, Ketun North. Avocat Cletus Apu, Zebila. Ewa Ignatius Bafo, Sunyani West. Ewuni Teresa Ladi, Ukaikwe North. Ayamba Ladi Ayi Kusiga. Ayarga Mama Boku Central. Aiku Benjamin Nate, Lejokuku. Ayine Dominic, Bogatanga East. Befi Michael Otre, you have been south. Baba Benson Tongo, Talensi.
So for those of you watching on TV, what you see there at the dais is the Speaker of Parliament, and he is sandwiched by two ballot booths and ballot boxes as well. You will see two persons also standing by the booths. That is Ahmed Ibrahim. He is the Deputy Minority Whip. He is the polling agent for the NDC caucus in the House. And then you have Habib Idrisu, who is the Deputy Majority Whip, who is acting as the Majority Whip. Who's actually acting as the majority side polling agent. And so that was some sort of agreement that they came to. I've seen a number of NDC MPs get up and point to the dais. They are not happy about something, but they are not speaking into the microphone, so I can't confirm exactly what it's about. But this is the stakes. These are the stakes as high as they are on the floor of Parliament. There are 275 MPs ordinarily, but we know that by virtue of a Supreme Court ruling, the NDC have been short by one MP in the person of the Assin North MP, Joe Jachi Kwesen. So there are 274. The NPP side have 138. The NDC side have 136. But today on the floor of Parliament, we know for sure that one person from the majority side is not here. That is Sarah Adjoa-Safo. I've also not seen Kojokum, who is the immediate past Minister for Chieftaincy. He was here early on, but I haven't seen him whether he's still around or not. But as the numbers stand, if the minority and the majority side stick to their various perspectives and each of them vote for the way they voted at committee, it is expected that the nominees will go through, because if all 137 PMPs stick with each other, close ranks, and vote for the nominees, all of them will become ministers. And if the minority have only 136 of them, so I'm just getting some interesting information of what is going on. So
when he comes, until then.
So a name of an MP was mentioned from the majority side, and the majority leader just got on his feet to say that he is not around at the moment, and that if eventually he comes, he will be allowed to vote. He will be allowed to vote. But that is to say, if he returns before voting concludes here in Parliament. The process is still unraveling itself in the Chamber of Parliament, and intense lobbying having gone on for a number of weeks. I've just seen the Deputy Attorney General, Gifty Diana Sunaba Dapa, enter the chamber and having taken a seat. And so more ministers of state who are not even MPs coming in to offer support to their colleagues. I should also remind you that leadership of the parties are all here. National Chairman of the NDC, Johnson Ketia, was here yesterday. He's here today. They've all been here and offering moral support to their colleagues. Justin Frimpong Kodua is also the General Secretary of the NPP. He's also been here, and I think he's just stepped out briefly. But that is how high the stakes are, so that top leaders of the parties at the national level have all come here to offer moral support, also to ensure that the parties stick to the respective party positions. It will be recalled that the party NDC put out a statement some 2-3 weeks ago directing all its members of parliament to always attend to parliament and also vote to reject President Akufo-Addo's nominees. That was a categorical directive that came from the party. The last time a similar directive came from the party was when Parliament was voting to confirm Kojo Nkrumah for Information Minister, Hawa Sin for Fisheries, and a host of other ministers. At that time, the party directive did not go down so well with some of the MPs, so much so that some of them actually voted for the nominees, contrary to the party directive. But as it's become obvious, it's difficult to spot the specific individuals who may have voted against the nominees. So serious counting underway, serious lobbying, I'm sure will still be happening before voting ends.
What I could say that was me forever. What am I coming to obey? What if Joseph appear a front playing south? Bobia Ivan Sopoku is an Afro North. Bope Daniel Okre. Brahma Mohammed Bawa Ejura Setredumasi. Boy Emmanuel Amakofi Elembele. Bukari Joseph Dikwe Sabuba. Chinaya Abidu Isahaku Sisala East. Teragia Samson Tangomu, Navrongo Central. Chiwati Andrew Dari, Solat Makaba. Grandson Abreku, Ekunfi. Could you come for Doyu, Adan? Could you Joseph, Ifia? Could you Robert Wisdom, Priscilla Honey Valley? Papa me call Roxy Nelson, Eche Kwame, South Guy. Dalu Thomas Ada, Shiana Paga. Kapila Kletu Seidu, Jirapa. Dakudan Yohini, Upper Interim West. Dakumesa Kwabnaochiri, Takradi. Dauda Collins Alhaji, Esotipik South. Dawuni Abukari, Wulensi. Dawuni Abukari, Wulensi. Derry Andrews, Nandom. John Obo Alex Tete, Sefia Kontumra. Donko Elvis Morris, Abra Sebu Kwamankesi. Donko Kwabna Doctor, True East. Duka George Mreku, Tapa Nswayem. Iyanana Gomwa Central. Fojo John Interim, Reverend Asin South. Force and Castle Atuba, Doctor Ejumapu Enyam Isiam. Gape Kwame Jujoli, Keta. Frimpong Joseph Nkoko. George Samuel Nati, Ningo Pram. Dansa Lasan Kobna, Esukuma Odobim Rakpa. Gate Joe, Esikapro Kitan. Gidisu Wisdom, Karachi East. Gomado Yao Akan. Gomashi Abla Jifa K2 South. Jamfi Emmanuel Akwesi Odotobri. John Alexander Kintampo South. John Mensa Richard, Gomwa West. Hamon Kobna Taher, Adansi Asukwa. Hansen Norte, Temat Central. Haruna Seidu Wenchi. Hayford Ophelia Mensa Vansiman. Otoji Alexander Roosevelt. Speaking into the mic. Ibrahim Ahmed Banda. Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad, Tamale Central. Ibrahima Zuera Muhammad, Salaga South. Idris Habib, Tolong. Replacement. Idris Habib, Tolong. Idrisu Haruna, Tamale South. Isi Kusaidu, Naraiku Gambaga, Jabbar John Bernard, Zabzugu, Jaja Yusuf Isaka, Ayawa so not. Jaja Yusuf Isaka, Ayawa so not. Janula Stephen Bambi, Kuru West. Just of Crawford said the doctor, Wa East. Jinapo John Ablai, Yapeku Sebuku. Jinapo Samuel Ablai, Damango. Kenny Jeffrey, Nkoko South. Kese Dixon, Adomako Doctor. Anya Soutu. Konadu Akwesi, Menshia North. Kumsin Hawa Mavis, Ewutu Senya East. Kosa Martin Kwaku Ajemensa, Techiman South. Bodo Benjamin Komla, Ho Central. Kum Ebenezer Kojo, Ahanta West.
Honorable members, our colleague Honorable Kujo Kum is present, but you know his condition, so he's not able to move to the ballot box to vote. And so I gave a guide as to handle such a situation. And the chief whip of the majority, the chief whip of the minority, plus a staff of the table office will move with the ballot paper to him, as he said, to indicate is this an I to brought to the world. So please, whips. He is seated at my right side, just as a backbencher, behind. Kuma John Ampotua, Doctor Ejisu. Kuma Joseph Kwame, Kintampo North. Kuyon Solomon, Krachi Ntumuru. Kwachi Akapita Yao, Amefi Central. Kwachi Kwekwa Jiman, Obuasi West. Kofi Festus, Ewa Doctor, Upper Dentura East. J. Mensa Bunsu Osei Swami. Chairman Nelson, Breakthrough East. Labi Oscar Ofori, Awi. Late Agnes Namumu, Rowo. Lewa Oscar Nyonyo Lewa Oscar Mahama Asai Seini Daboya Man Asiya Mahama Nasser Tore Ayawaso East Manu Adabo Francis, I have a north south east.
Bafo Emmanuel, Dr. Ovorikrom. Mafo Kofi Ahinkura, Chiasi. Mboba Thomas, Tatale Sangoli. Mensa Betty Nana Ifua Crosby. From Plains North. Mensa Francisco Team, Fabry East. Mensa Isaac Ajay, Wasa East. Mensa Joseph Kwesi, Nkranza North. Mensa Tina Gifty Na Ayele, Vieja Gawe. Mercy Andrew Kofi Ejapa, secondary. Morris and Cynthia Mamle, Agona West. Kontaka Muhammad Mubarak Alaji Asawasi. Musa Abdul Aziz Ayaba Miom. Naja Sanja Atabubu Amantin. Napare Dominic, Senate East. Nawani Market, Dr. Nabdam. New Mandakua, Okankwe South. New Mandakua, Okankwe South. Little Dominic Bimbila. Nkansa Buedu Mavis, Efija Secretary East. Nokwe Kofi Akun, Value. Nobe Ernest Henry Ashiama. Nochu Kotwe Peter, Kwesi Akachi no. Interim athlete, Nsuta Kwaman Biposo. Interim Augustine Collins, Offensive North. Ntosu Helen Ajua, Karachi West. Nyankote Albert Tete, Dr. Ilo Krogo. Nyanko Bismarck Tete, Upper Manya Krogo. Nyanko Kingsley, Prof. Badaso. Nyanko Kwamina Minta, Dr. Cape Coast. Obin Techi George Pabina, Manson Kwanta. Obin Buati Alfred, Bibiani and Yaso Bekwai. Oklulinda Obiniwa Akwili, Shai Osudoku. Odam Tem Isaac Ashai, Tema East. Ofosua Jare Elizabeth, Techiman North. Okufudate Williams, German South.
Okay.
Ochirkwami Kofi, Fantiapa South. Obogu Davis Ansa, Braisu. Obogu Eric, Esunafu North. Esunafu South. Obogu Isaac Yao, Doctor, Ofinsu South. Upon Kuma Kojo, Ofuasia Irebi. Osai John Frempong, Abri. Osai Kennedy Nyaku, Achim Swedro. Osai Asari Abena, Tiwa East. Osewusu Joseph Epai. Oti John Pabna Bless, Pantan North. Otutai Christian Quality, Sege. Owusubio Benito. Remember Biaja. Owusu Akufu Esla. Ablikma West. Bay to Desmond the Graft, Gomora East. Abdul Rashid Hassan, Doctor, Wa Central. Rampant Frida Abusua, Doctor, Tano North. Rampant Ati Opoku, Doctor, Menshia South. What Henry, I was so central. St. James Jechi, Asin North. Ramadan Mohammed Adamu Adancham. Ricketts Hagan George Kweku, Cape Coast South. Safo Sarah Jua, Domiko Abenya. Sandare Sebastian. Sani Suleiman Adamu Afuano North. Sani John Kobna Abam Abua Mpoho. Soya Queen Staff Mami Pokua Aguna East. Sepe Richard Kwame Angron. Secretary Benjamin Yabua, Dr. Thanos South. Sosu Francis. So Adela Ajua Pando. So Rita na Odole Dade Kutupoma. Suparo Adams Mohammed Sisala West. Sulemana Adam Tay Time. Sulemana Al-Hassan Tampuli Gushegu. Suleiman Yusuf Vole Bambwe. Suma Anthony. Tahidu Abdurazak Triponi. Terry Augustine Dr. Bia West. Telabi Ebenezer Oklete, Lower Manyakro. Tete Joycelyn, North Dying. Tete Sylvester, Botian English Amafu. Tete Agotui Gizela, Ewutu Senya West. Tete Joseph Akwete, Ponkatamansu. Tete Joseph Akwete, Ponkatamansu. Toffee Docas, Jomoro. Tobu Peter Lanseni, Wa West. Tufero Mohammed Hadi, Nantong. Chum Ampofu Gifty, Ebuakwa North. Chum Berima Paul, Abreku, Doma East. Yusuf Mustafa, Yagaba Kabore. Vanderpoel Alfred Oku Ablekuma South. Vanderpoel Edwin Nilante Odododiodo. Bondi David T.D. Wakpal Daniel Usala Pandai Repu Brobe Bright, Himalowa Dentura. Will make of na mensa, South Tongue. Big Zedin and Watazumo, Laura.
Yes. Majority Leader.
Speaker, I gave an indication that one of our colleagues, the Honorable Philip Asua, was on his way coming to the House. Unfortunately, the indication I'm getting is that he's not able to get here on time. So I guess we can move on.
Honorable members, we have come to the end of the voting. As are directed, the 2 ballot boxes will be brought to the table office and empty on top there for all of you to see them mixed before we start the collation and counting. So officials of the table office will have to move up pick the ballot boxes, and in the glare of all of you, open them and pour them, mix them before we start the collation, as you say, counting and collation. So please, kindly do that now. I don't know whether the same agents are those that will be mandated to be the tellers at the table. Both sides of the House, are you authorizing the same agents to represent you? All right. Deputy Whips, please. Open them. Please be sharp. I'm sure when I'm talking, you don't listen. Please mix them. You don't understand how to mix things. Yes, Honorable Majority Leader.
Speaker, I was going to propose that, given the complexity of the system, because it's going to be very difficult to sort them one by one out, because of the system of voting, we require at least two members to be on either side, so that they're able to follow what is being done. So if you can get one more to either side, it will be better.
I gave the caucuses the opportunity earlier on. You didn't take advantage of it. So you can nominate one more from each side to assist the earlier agents. It's allowed. Yes, some people have volunteered already. I can see Honorable Dafemapo and then Honorable, is that OPK? Minority Leader.
The Speaker, I think it's fair. The Speaker, because of the system of voting, 6 people on one ballot, and it will mean that it will require some sorting. So, the Speaker, they will sort it first. No, you have to do rather tallying. So you do the tally. So, the Speaker, I think 2 people will be able to assist the clerks to tally effectively. Thank you.
So counting and sorting has just concluded. Counting is still underway in the House for the respective ministerial nominees. There have been pockets of excitement, but we don't have any confirmation yet as to what might have erupted that confidence and celebration on the majority side as to whether or not they have any idea and confirmation that they are winning this vote. But I can confirm that only 272 MPs cast their vote in this election. Ordinarily, there are 275 members of parliament, but 3 MPs have not voted. 3 MPs have not voted. Not only did they did not actually vote, it's not about have not voted. First, Sarah Adwoasafo, MP Dom Kwabenya, NPP MP, is absent today. The second is Joe Quason, NDC MP for Asen North. We're all aware that the Supreme Court has injuncted him from performing the duties as a member of parliament. and so he has also not voted in this election. And then finally, Philip Baswa. Philip Baswa is NPP MP for Kumewu. He has also not voted. We understand he has not been feeling very well. The majority leader informed the Speaker in the House that they were expecting him to come, but he has not made it here. And at the time voting concluded, they just informed the Speaker of Parliament that counting could go ahead because he was not going to be here. So 2 NPP MPs, 1 NDC MP. It leaves the numbers at 136 apiece, 136 apiece, 136 apiece. We know that the parties had also issued whips. The parties had directed its MPs to vote in a certain line. And today in the chamber, Johnson Esidin Ketia, National Chairman of the NDC, is here. Justin Frimpong Kodia, General Secretary of the NPP, is also here. These parties have all directed the MPs to vote in a particular way, and I've been here to ensure that that is complied with. Assuming all that is complied with, truly speaking, then it will be 136 apiece on all the nominees, and the nominees would have failed. But the last time a similar vote happened on the floor of Parliament, we know that some minority MPs joined their NPP colleagues to vote for the nominees. You recall Kojo Pon-Kroma, you recall Hawakum Sen, and the cohort. And so that is the update here. 3 MPs did not vote. Counting is underway for all 6 nominees. Let me give you an idea as to how the ballot paper looked like. It's one paper with 6 nominees, all on it, with yes or no. So the names of the nominee and then yes or no accompanying it. So that is the updates on that. And each and every MP is expected to take a yes or a no on that. So it's one ballot paper. They have to go through that one by one, take the first, sort and count, sort and count, sort and count, before they will reach some final conclusion, before they will get a full idea, the full picture as to how the voting has gone down. So far, MPs talking to each other as some results filtered through. There's been no official announcement so far, but you will see a few giggling here and there because people are closer to the source where the counting is taking place. They may have a certain idea. The Speaker is also looking on keenly with eagle eyes, not giving any room for anything else to happen. Just around the counting table, there are security personnel drawn from the Marshal's Department of Parliament, sticking and watching on as the counting is going on. So as soon as we get any results, as soon as we get any votes, we'll bring that to you. But voting has concluded. 272 MPs voted and 3 MPs did not vote.
Now, Parliament is taking a crucial decision on ministerial nominees of President Akufo-Addo. After a grueling section, the voting has ended and counting is underway. We are yet to know the outcome of the election itself. Now, the process was preceded by some heated argument on both sides, with the minority and majority disagreeing on one issue or the other. Now, earlier in the day, the minority side held a press conference to issue their thought on the process, which was yet to begin. Now, our Parliamentary Affairs correspondent, Kwekwa Asante, has been in the House the whole day covering this particular election and studying the mood in Parliament. Let's cross over to him to understand what is currently ongoing in Parliament. Kweku, you've been there the whole day. Counting has been going on for some time now. Do we know how things are shaping up now?
The election has concluded. As of now, that we are very sure of, the election has concluded. The voting is still, the counting and the sorting is still underway. Very shortly, we expect the Speaker of Parliament to declare the results of this election for us to have an idea as to how it went down. But already, we've seen so far some jubilant NPP MPs about the results. We haven't seen the results yet. There were 275 NPP MPs here, about 272 in total. The MPs on both sides voted. 3 MPs did not vote. First, Dom Kwabena MP Sarah Joasafo did not vote. Secondly, NPP MP Aswa also did not vote. And the CMP for Assin North, who has been injuncted by the Supreme Court from further holding himself out as Member of Parliament, he also did not vote. So the total number of votes, 2 on the NPP side, 136 on the NDC side. If the whips that had been put in place were respected, that would have meant that the motion would have lost. But already, I've seen some jubilant scenes on that side, the majority side. Alexander Fenyomakin, the majority leader, has actually been dancing a little just around where the counting is being concluded, as well as I've seen handshakes being given to the specific ministers who were nominated by the president. Among others, I see almost all of them here, with the exception of Mr. Seven Asamabuatin. I haven't spotted him here, but all the other ministers, all the other persons who have been appointed by the president to become ministers are in Parliament now, and they are quite expectant for this results to be declared, for them to know their fate. The president nominated them on the 7th of February, when Parliament resumed. The Speaker of Parliament read that letter from the president appointing those persons as ministers of state. The vetting was held before Parliament actually went on to consider some urgent business in the House. The expectation was that they would have been passed by now. Normally, such votes do not stick for a long time on the other paper, but this time around it did take some time because the leadership on both sides were haggling. They were trying to come to some form of a compromise before that question will be put on these ministerial nominees. But eventually, the debate concluded yesterday. Okay. All right. And then, so now we will finish the process very soon, and then we can hand you back to what is happening on the floor.
So that's my colleague Kweku Asante there from Parliament. We're still in Parliament to really understand how the process is shaping up. We understand that the sorting and counting is still underway. We expect the Speaker of Parliament to be giving us the verdict of that particular election. But like Kweku explained, there are some 3 MPs that could not take part in this voting process. 2 on the side of the NPP and 1 on the side of the NDC. We are yet to understand how it went, but he reports that he's seen pocket of jubilations on the side of the majority, which tells of the fact that the ministerial nominations or nominees of the president may have been confirmed, but we are yet to get the confirmation from the voting process. So we're still in Parliament. What you see on your screens now is the collation, the sorting and counting, which is still ongoing. We're yet to really understand how the process will come to. Kweku Asante is still with me here. Kweku, so you've been running us through how the process has gone on for some time now to where we are now. From aside the jubilations that you've seen, have you had some sort of information getting to you from both sides to indicate how the whole thing is panning out? But if you look at the minority side, you look at the somber nature of the caucus, you look at how they've all become very quiet, all stuck to themselves. You would realize that they haven't received so much goodness. But they have their polling agents. They have their polling agents there. So they would have gotten some information saying that the majority side has been delaying information to their colleagues to avoid the jubilant. Maybe if you look at the outcome of them, which is more active, moving around, talking to each other, leadership talking and going around. It is not the same as the minority. I've received some numbers unofficially. I cannot see that because I'm here to verify the specifics of the numbers and how quickly I can confirm. So that is the lowdown. But from all that I've seen, it appears all 6 of President Kufuor's ministerial nominees have gone through. I've just seen what the Nelson Agama goes to the minority leader. He's one of the polling agents for the NDC.
He appears to be showing some numbers to the minority leader, and I'm sure very soon all those final details will be handed over to Speaker of Parliament, Alban Barnes, and the final vote will happen, a final declaration will happen after this long drawn battle. Would have kept MPs sitting past 7 o'clock on a Friday, what I would have adjourned much earlier. We have just about a week to go on break, and so these key businesses have to be transacted. This is the first of some votes that is expected to happen on this, having to do with President Akufo-Addo's ministerial nominees. The next will be President Akufo-Addo's nominees for the Supreme Court. Two of them, they early on announced all nominations. Two of them were passed by consensus, two of them by majority decision, and because of that, the vote has to happen just like this. It was expected that that vote will happen today, but given how the votes on the ministerial nominees have drawn out for a long time, it might take some time, maybe next week before Parliament will consider that as well, before the three revenue measures that the minority have been speaking about, the minority have been speaking about in terms of their opposition. That is also outstanding. Those are the two key businesses that is expected to be transacted next week. I do not have confirmation if that will be done today. But right now, we can confirm that voting has ended, counting has ended, sorting has ended, and the only thing left is for the results to be officially and formally passed on to the Speaker of Parliament to declare. The information we are taking is that all 6 nominees they have still through, and that would mean that some NDP MPs join their colleagues from NDP to vote for them. We'll get the numbers very shortly, and then we can confirm all those details. Great. So that is the lowdown here in Parliament as we expect the Speaker. All those details. Great. So that is the lowdown here in Parliament as we expect the Speaker at any moment from now to be handed the official results to declare them.
Interesting. So from the scenes that we're seeing on the screens now, it tells of the fact that the final collation are being done so that there will be onward submission to the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Kingsford Bagbing, to then deliver the results for us. Now, so you're not sure whether after this they will still go ahead with the two, nominees to the Supreme Court. Have you been able to pick some information as to whether they will try to consider, or this will be the end for the day and then they can consider that for the next week?
It does not appear to me at all that the Supreme Court nominees will be taken today. If you look at the mood of MPs in the House, they look very tired, and this seemed like it will draw out till about 8 p.m. And this vote in particular took like 4 or 5 hours. If the same process takes place for the Supreme Court nominees, it will mean that MPs would have to be sitting through midnight to be able to take a decision on the Supreme Court nominees in terms of whether they are approving them or not. And so, no confirmation yet, but it does not appear to me that that business will be transacted. It just appeared to me that after this vote on the ministerial nominees is declared and Parliament formally takes a decision, the House will go ahead to adjourn and come back next week to continue its business.
Earlier in the day, we saw the national executives of both parties, the NDC and NPP, being present in the House. Are they still there as we speak? Did they leave at a point? What were the mood when they were around?
The General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Justin Frimpong Kodia, is still here. He's seated right to my right. He's there with his team, overlooking the process. The NDC National Chairman, Johnson Esiedun-Ketia, also came in with an entourage, a team, who are all here. But Johnson Esiedun-Ketia himself has stepped out about an hour ago and has not returned. And so both sides clearly upbeat about their chances. But now that the results are about to be declared, it's left to be seen what they will do. But they clearly came here with enough vim and vigor to insist for their colleagues to stick to their guns, to insist to their guns, and it appears that has been done. And all the counting and sorting, it appears to me, is done. The leaders are now taking their seats. The clerk has just gone to the speaker with what appears to me the official results. He has just gone to the speaker with what appears to me the official results. He's briefing him on that before that announcement will come. Within the next minute or two, that result is expected to be declared, and we will see whether the information and the speculation that have come through is anything to go by, and President Akufo-Addo's ministerial nominees have been approved. But from all the indication here, it appears all 6 nominees have gone through. I can just see the the reaction of Ahmed Ibrahim. He was on his feet throughout. He was the minority polling agent. He just come to sit on his chair, whilst their colleagues are all smiles, excited and jubilant. The speaker is perusing it, and that election, that much awaited results, may come in any moment from now.
So Kweku, earlier you mentioned of some 3 absentees or people who did not partake in this election. If you kindly confirm for us, 2 on the majority side and 1 on the minority side, is that it?
Right, 3 MPs did not vote. 272 MPs did vote. The first, Sarah Adjoasa for MPP, NPP MP for Dom Kwabenya. She did not take part in the vote because she's absent. The second NPP MP is Honorable Philip Baswa. He is the Member of Parliament for Kumewu. Our understanding is that he has not been feeling very well, and he did not also come in, and so did not vote. And then the NDC MP for Asin North, Joe Quason, who we know has been injuncted by the Supreme Court. So the Speaker of Parliament is about to declare the results. Let's listen in.
Collation of votes ascended. The register had 275 eligible voters. 3 voters were absent. So 272 did exercise their franchise. The results of the voting are as follows. Honorable K.T. Hammond, 154 yes, 116 noes, rejected 1, abstention 1. Honorable Brian Achampon, 167 yes, 98 noes, rejected 4, abstentions 3. Honorable Stephen Asamoah Boateng, 147 yes, 122 noes, 3 abstentions. Honorable Muhammad Amin Adam, 152 yes, 117 noes, rejected 1, abstentions 2. Honorable Osei Bonsu Amwa, 149 yes, 120 noes, abstentions 3. Honorable Dr. Stephen Amwa, 146 yes, 123 noes, 3 abstentions. Honorable members, the House has accordingly approved the nomination of the following persons as ministers and a deputy minister in accordance with Articles 78(1) and 79(1) of the Constitution. They are Honorable Katie Hammond, as eligible for appointment to the position of Minister for Trade and Industry. Honorable Brian Achampon, as Minister for Food and Agriculture. Honorable Stephen Asamoah Boateng, as Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. Honorable Mohammed Amin Adam, as Minister of State at the Ministry of Finance. Honorable Osei Bonsu Amwa, as Minister of State at the Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development. Honorable Dr. Stephen Amwa, as Deputy Minister at the Ministry for Trade and Industry. Honorable members, on your behalf, I will congratulate the Minister-designate for earning your trust to be appointed by His Excellency the President to the ministries aforementioned. Congratulations.
That the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Alban Sumana Bagbin, who has just announced the results of that voting process. After the tiresome voting process, the Parliament, or the MPs, have voted to accept all 6 of the President's ministerial nominees. Let's go back to Parliament now.